Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, I'm Julie, and today I'm starting my YouTube video at one of the most gorgeous places in Asia. So today's YouTube video, I am in Cam Ranh in Vietnam, and for those of you guys who don't know where Cam Ranh is, it's a little bit more south than Nha Trang, and it's a little bit more hidden. So it's so much more private, and it's extremely gorgeous here. Like, the content I have planned for you guys is gonna be worth your while. So I hope you guys stay till the end of the video, and also follow along on my Instagram because I will be updating a lot more. So as I show you guys on this trip, I hope you guys enjoy this beautiful country, this amazing beach coastal area with me, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I have planned. Arriving in local time 9 a.m., you guys could get to the resort by their shuttle, which is half the price, or a transfer that's equivalent to about $30 USD. But honestly, the resort is so close, either or would be fine. Words cannot fathom how extremely privileged I am to introduce to you guys the Anam resort here in Cam Ranh, Vietnam. This hidden oasis is nestled away just about 40 minutes south of Nha Trang, which makes the location even more private. Looking around the construction of Cam Ranh, I feel like within the next decade, it will definitely become just as popular as Da Nang or Nha Trang. And I really am a big believer that there's just only a few moments in life where you're just engulfed in a place that really makes you stop and wonder, how in the world did I get to this point? And the Anam was no exception. And while I show you guys clips of the spa that was beyond exceptional, I mean, it was the best relaxation and massage I've experienced so far. The professionalism and hospitality that went into each stage of our appointment was just so nice. And because we booked the oceanfront pool villa, we were also able to have a 30-minute jacuzzi time included with our massages, so that was so great. I have to say that this resort brought out so much happiness out of me. I mean, I was patting myself on the back for choosing this hotel, but this trip just felt more wholesome, and honestly, it just made my heart complete. I feel like there was a spark inside of me that just hits so differently when you're in Cam Ranh, and there's truly no other way to enjoy it than completely divulging yourself into their entire way of life here. So now I get to show you guys one of my favorite parts of all my trips, the room tour. The decor is reminiscent of the Indochina culture and charm. Our room was the oceanfront pool villa, which was walking distance away from the beach, and the ambiance is more intimate with clear views of the tropics and pool that gives you direct access to the ocean. And if there's one thing we were really scared of, it was those little lizards that kept trying to creep up into our room every time we opened the door. So if there was a screen door too, I feel like it would have been a bigger bonus to our comfort and peace of mind. But then again, you are in Asia, so there's not really much you could do about that, but I still would have picked this room 100 times over. And if you guys have been following me on my Insta or my YouTube on all of my travels, you know how much the quality of the bathroom matters to me. So seeing the tranquil and tropical ambiance, it just really hit the mark. And I've said this before in my Macau video as well, but I really want to start focusing on building an engaging community for all of us who just love traveling. So don't forget to stop by on my Insta and my YouTube and say hi. One of my most enticing moments being in Cam Ranh was definitely how we were just welcomed with an infusion of purple and orange every morning we woke up. You know you're really living a dream when waking up at 5:30 is an excitement. And with the villas, you guys have full access to their VIP lounge at their Colonial restaurant, where you're always greeted with a warm welcome, neatly plated seating, and also fruit and desserts that are so fresh and delectable and not too sweet. Complimentary is always good, so I'm just gonna finish up here, and while I'm getting ready for the private dinner by the pool, I'm gonna show you guys some other parts of the resort, and here we go. This is the second time I'm experiencing resort life for myself, and this is my story. So share down in the comments your resort experiences and how you guys relaxed. This is what you guys can expect dining at the private dinner. Originally, we were supposed to be out on the lawn, but with it being rainy season, we were still impressed with how our view of the infinity pool just overlooked the gorgeous Cam Ranh coast, while having the pleasures of watching our environment blend with the purple skies into the lights of the resort reflecting from one another just perfectly. Hey guys, So right now I'm dining under the stars, but right now we started off closing off a part of the restaurant and the swimming pool in order to have this private dining experience. So I feel extremely fortunate and lucky that we were able to plan this out. I was a little bit skeptical of the weather and really sad that it was raining, but it's actually I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. So I'm just loving this experience. I hope I get to do this every time I travel and just create more memories like this, because I think they're so important, and honestly, how can you miss out on this? So cheers to a beautiful night. And my most favorite products to beat this humidity is my Pat McGrath and my Huda. Starting off with our first course, from start to end, you guys are gonna see how the colors just bounce off so playfully of one another. We're seeing proteins from land and sea, and they're just so delicate. I loved how the array of each dinner set was beautifully arranged, and it does go without saying that the freshness was undeniably the highlight of the evening. This was the first time I actually arranged for a private dinner, so with that expense, I was a little nervous that the food might not be up to par with our expectations, or honestly, the price we paid. But each dish served showed meaning. It complemented each other to the next plate, and it had a flavor profile that just made sense. And honestly, it just kept us wanting to sit down longer to enjoy fuller, and that meant a lot to us. I really love how the colors of the plates just really bounced from one another, and it was just so enticing. You guys could see the quality being worthy of an award, and nothing left our eyes to wander off. When you're on vacation, you have to end every meal with dessert. So while I'm showing you guys the finishing touches to our most perfect night, let me know what your favorite Vietnamese desserts or plates are. So as I'm finishing up the dinner here, I feel like the chef did such a great job, like such a phenomenal job with all of the flavor profiles, just plating everything together. I think the flavor and each course was so great. I didn't have one course where I felt like this could have been a little bit more improved, or it just didn't meet to the expectations you would have for a private dining. So honestly, if anyone of you comes to the Anam, I definitely recommend spending a little bit of the money to plan a special night here, because the menu is so great. We love each course, and even like the wine pairings were pretty good. So I just feel like even if you're a drinker, non-drinker, if you love seafood or you don't, it will kind of like change your opinion and your mindset on it. So I loved everything about this dinner, and I'm really happy to end the night like this because it was just such a great time, and I just loved every second of it. We finished with desserts and of course headed back to the room, ending the night with a swim, Vietnamese coffee, and of course my Clarins skincare. Good morning, everybody. So right now I'm starting my whole entire day here in Cam Ranh in this beautiful, gorgeous weather, and it's to die for, you guys. I could really see why Cam Ranh is such a hidden gem. And as I show you guys a more relaxing day, a more relaxing trip, I couldn't wait to show you guys the sunrise here, but how gorgeous does the morning light look here in Cam Ranh. Such a perfect morning to wake up and just be surrounded by a time-stopping moment. And we were able to hear the soothing waves and birds chirping, so pretty. It was just so hard to leave and miss out for just a second. I was incredibly starstruck when I saw how big this buffet is. It's just so big. I'm gonna take you guys on a full tour of the buffet here. It's just crazy how much I have to show you guys, and with the variety that the buffet orders, I'm just trying my best on trips to not go for third or fourth plates, but this is just too good to not try. And we have so many options, you guys, and the quality just shows for itself how this fits everybody's taste buds, and I love the inclusiveness of that. The options just literally felt limitless, and you think because the international options are just so wide, maybe the foods being put together on a plate might not mesh well together, but when you're so excited to indulge, nothing can stop you from that. And I'm honestly, nowadays I miss grabbing a pink box of donuts at the local donut shop, so any chance I can to just grab a sprinkled chocolate donut, I'ma take it. And so I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the buffet, and needless to say, you might see something mouth-watering that will actually make booking that much worth it. And the element of surprise on any trip makes it that much more amplified to be memorable. But I love the culinary experiences that we had throughout each day of this trip. I felt like I was expecting, of course, great results on every restaurant, every sitting we had here in Cam Ranh, especially because this is a luxury resort and they are very renowned for their culinary as well. But it just was such a bigger plus to our trip, especially because it was the first time we only stayed in the resort. Except for the one day we did go to Nha Trang just to check it out. But other than that, it would have been such a horrible trip if we were only in our resort and the food sucked. So this was so great. So while I end this whole entire buffet tour of the Anam in Cam Ranh, I'm just gonna say, you guys, I cannot fathom just how amazing this dining experience was and how much I loved eating here day to night. So I'm gonna leave you guys to it. So enjoy the rest of this food tour and I'll see you guys really soon. Okay guys, so while I'm here showing you guys the breakfast buffet at the Anam, tomorrow we are gonna go to the a la carte restaurant for breakfast, and I just have to say how fresh the quality is here. The quality, the variety, like the options, you could tell it was really considered thoroughly and thought out really well. So I love the varieties here. You could tell like there's from the heavier and the lighter foods. It could go from like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but it's just such a great variety. I honestly feel like breakfast buffets are usually a little bit more lighter and smaller, but the buffet here is just so big, like as you guys can see here. The pastries are probably my favorite, and I gotta say that the coffee kicks. Like, you know, I miss and love Vietnamese coffee so much, but this was like literally why I came to Vietnam. So yeah, I'm a big breakfast person, and I gotta say this really hit. So right now I'm about to head out to the beach and have a pool day, but before, I just want to give you guys a quick update that I'm going to be sharing more of my Shein haul, which is all of the swimsuits I bought today for this trip. So make sure you follow my Insta so you guys can see more current and more updated content on my Instagram. Being by the water is always my favorite place in the world to be in, so I'm in my complete element right now. Hey guys, so ignore my crazy lashes right now. The wind is blowing a little bit hard, but today's agenda is just living a slow-paced lifestyle today. We're very calm, so relaxed, and right now, besides the wind going a little bit off, it's just been such a relaxing day. I don't remember the last time I felt this at peace, and you guys just saw me go in the hammock for like 40 minutes and it was pure bliss. So right now we're just doing this for the whole day, and then we're gonna go to like this like coconut leaf making class, and then we're going to a high afternoon tea, and then after that we have a really romantic dinner tonight again. So I'm so excited to get ready for that, and until then I'm just gonna relax and love the weather. This is literally my vibe. Moments like this, even me making this video and watching this again in front of me, it just makes me miss living on the water. Just having access to the most stunning palm trees that are so tall, you could feel the touch of the city and tropics. You guys can easily spend hours on end just watching the distinct line between the coolest blue water touching the deep blue. And you guys could see the sweetness of the sand, indulge yourself with the mist of the water, and the wind just soothing you so lightly. You guys, how amazing have all of the views been so far here at the Anam? It's unbelievable. We just finished by the pool. We just finished swimming at the beach. So we're now sitting down at one of their Vietnamese restaurants here, and the view is so beautiful. The weather is perfect, and before it's like supposed to rain, we're gonna get all of our content and just go around the resort a little bit more. But just even behind me is so beautiful. I feel like every angle of this resort is just so picture perfect. So while I'm ordering my food here, I'm just showing you guys a little bit more of what you could see and how beautiful Cam Ranh is, and the weather is unbelievable. And now that I'm done going for a swim after I was in the mood for it, spending such a nice morning napping on the beach, I'm now just loving every inch of this resort. I just love being on a slow life and just being able to spend a lot of time taking in each moment and watch the water for hours. The drinks and food here at Viet restaurant are so flavorful and addicting, you guys. I ordered and dined here from every single day. Given that there are only 2 restaurants on the resort, but this one was my favorite for sure. I always felt like I was in a picture and in one of the best. I was in love with every single moment of my trip. We ordered the calamari, which I really enjoyed the seasoning, and then a mango salad and spring rolls that you just can't pass up on if you're in Vietnam. And while you guys are seeing me in pure bliss, just swinging and absorbing the calmness and breeze, I just haven't felt like this in so long. But now our schedule is starting to be more busy. At 3 p.m., there's a coconut leaf craft making class, and our instructor was having so much fun with this as much as we were. But we all got confused on how to make it, and it's not as easy as it looks. And you're basically just seeing him make it all for us. But at the end, we made an adorable bird and crab. At 4 p.m., we were very prompt to make it to our afternoon tea, which was included with our room, and along with all of the assorted pastries and desserts presented, the raspberry was my absolute favorite. But while we were getting ready for dinner, we decided to go on a walk on the beach before and appreciate the sunset and just see the sky change again. And it was a little sad because the water was just so hot, so anytime we could do something to help the environment a little bit better, we're gonna do it. So we started with a little bit of a beach cleanup. So updating you guys right now, I'm at the Ras and Blue eating at the Blu Lobster, and right now their pretzels are so amazing. I'm really happy we came here. It's a really interesting place. Like, to get here you have to like go on the golf carts and drive a little bit farther out. I'm kind of sad because we came here mostly because we wanted to be seated outside where the pond was lit up and gorgeous, but unfortunately I think because of the rain they didn't do that. But it's a really nice setting, and it's very close to our resort, so I'm really happy that we came here, and I'm gonna show you guys all the dining experience. But definitely I'm loving all of the dining, the restaurants and the experiences we've been having here in Cam Ranh. It's really unbelievable. So originally, we specifically made this reservation to be seated outdoor just for their view of their gorgeous lit up pond. But sadly, they didn't turn it on this day, but it was okay. The pina colada, the lychee drinks, spring rolls, Vietnamese wings, lobster, and pho was so good. There was no way we can complain about it. But this was my 5:30 a.m. sunrise call, and is it just not one of the most perfect sunrises? And we tried seeing the farm to table and also their peacock, but with the dogs running around, it was a little hard, so next time. Good morning, you guys. So right now I'm at the VIP Indocene breakfast a la carte restaurant. Right across from us is a buffet that I showed you guys yesterday, but I think this is only available for people who are in the villas. So I'm gonna show you guys the varieties, the menus, and what the difference is between the buffet and the a la carte. I want to go over this breakfast option a little bit more deeper. So as we were in the Colonial, where you saw us at the VIP lounge that opens past 11 a.m., on the weekend there was a breakfast buffet setting in the restaurant, but we were definitely more here for the a la carte menu, which is what they're known for. The menu was surprisingly very minimal and simplistic, but the flavors weren't. It was complimenting to the highest standard, and after trying one of everything, the Wagyu steak with eggs really got me hungry for thirds. I've always loved when restaurants value farm to table, and just right outside of the resort, they have a farm where you could actually see how and where they grow their vegetables that's served to you at every restaurant. The quality of freshness is seriously obvious in every bite. So being the last day, we spent the afternoon dining at their beach club, and everybody was more gathered here as you're directly in front of the water, and today's weather's exceptionally graced us with the clearest view of the Cam Ranh coast. We ordered a light meal of fries and drinks and decided to sit and just truly grasp the location of this beauty. So I want to give you guys a rundown of the room. We got the beachfront pool villa, and I felt very fortunate that the resort actually placed us right in direct view of the beach. We were literally walking distance away from the sand, and compared to the other pool villas where you're directly placed in front of like the view of the other villas or the other rooms, I felt very fortunate that we were able to have such a beautiful direction. So waking up, going to sleep, and the whole entire time it was just so peaceful and beautiful. I just really felt very fortunate to book this room. So if you guys ever come to the Anam, make sure you book the same room. And I hope throughout my video I was able to show you guys a really great glimpse of what you guys could expect here regarding Cam Ranh itself and also the Anam resort. I feel like everything that I filmed for this trip was exactly what I wanted, and it was just so beautiful here. Like, I think we should all experience a time where time stands still and you just feel so at peace during a trip. We're all working so much. We have so many things we, like think about throughout our day-to-day, and I feel like we just all deserve a time where we could just fully relax and just rewind and not think about anything other than right now, what we're doing, what we're gonna eat, and just the enjoyments of life. So I hope throughout this video you guys want to explore more, maybe come to Cam Ranh, or maybe go to like your favorite destination that you've been having or eyeing on your bucket list, and just experience more throughout this year and in our lives. So let's continue to elevate, let's continue to grow, and let's just live a more fulfilling life, even if it's waking up to a job that we might not be liking or it's not our dream job, but it gets us to live with the enjoyment that we want. So let's continue to grow together, and I hope that this video, like throughout all my travels, it just inspires you and encourages you guys to go out and just travel and see the world in what you guys want to see and live the way you guys want to live. So let's continue this trip, and I will show you guys more beautiful insights to Cam Ranh. Being one of our last days here, we spent the afternoon dining at their beach club where everybody was more gathered here as you're directly in front of the water, and today's weather exceptionally graced you with the clearest view of the Cam Ranh coast. We ordered a light meal of fries and drinks and decided to sit and truly grasp the location of this beauty. While walking around, you guys could really see how happy all the workers were. I loved how every time I passed by the staff, they smiled so genuinely and big. And coming from someone who actually worked in the hospitality industry, it is a big testament to the working environment, to the whole entire resort. So it really, being a guest, makes you feel lighter and happier, and it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. And now that we're reaching towards the end of the video, I'm more than happy to give you guys now a night visual. Like I told you before, the lights reflect off of the villas and resort so well. We ate again at the Viet, where we ordered hot pot that came with an assorted array of fresh seafood and vegetables, the broth being one of my favorites, sweet and sour, and a chicken plate with jasmine rice that was really tasty. I think we keep ending our last nights with hot pot, and it's now becoming a tradition, but here we are ending our last night here. So I know I'm not ending the video at the airport like what I usually do, but today I'm ending it here because I just want to tell you guys how beautiful this place was, and I want to leave the lasting impression here by showing you guys the background one last time. But this trip was so great. I love the slow life and just being able to spend our day here more like closer together, tight knit, instead of like being so hectic running from place to place, city to city, which honestly I love to do too, and we all love to do that. But today for this trip, it was just really nice to just slow down and just take the time to just really relax and kind of like rewind, because we've been so tired and overworked. So until our next trip, which is gonna be in Tokyo, we're gonna just be having an enjoyable day here in Nha Trang, taking advantage of, just being around the coastal areas of Vietnam. And it was such a great trip, you guys. I really hope if you guys ever come to Cam Ranh, you already know you won't be having any regrets. And I feel like there's so many opportunities for you guys to just have a both slow-paced, relaxed, but also really fun time here. I feel like it's so private, so there's not so many people, although today is Friday, so there are more check-ins. But during the week, I felt like it was just the perfect amount of peace and serenity that like we're really searching for. And I'm really glad that this is like the first time we're experiencing this in Cam Ranh. And the next time, I hope when I come back to Vietnam, I'm gonna be in Da Nang or Nha Trang or Hanoi, Hoi An, you know, more towards the city. But I think this was a great place to just kickstart our whole entire first impression of Vietnam, and it was the best time ever, you guys. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video and this inspires you guys to come travel to Cam Ranh and Vietnam. But until my next video, I'll see you guys soon, and make sure to follow me on my Insta and subscribe to my YouTube channel.